Hello there. In 2014, I had a bit of a problem with my yacht to start with. Very, very bad electrolysis, which I noticed on the rudder, and that passed back down to my aluminium dinghy, which hangs off the back of my boat on a permanent basis because I'm a liveaboard yachty. And the tinny had hundreds of tiny pinprick holes in it, which I didn't notice until I pulled the tinny out of the water and started to clean the growth off the bottom. And when I launched it again, then it was like a spaghetti sieve. So this is a random number of photographs on how we did the refurbishment. So to get the work all done on my tinny, I drag it up to Mudgee. A friend of mine has a farm up there where he grows a bit of fruit. And here's the tinny. It's been fully sandblasted. Take off all the rough edges and everything like that, and then we get a bit of a working out with tools, get the proper rough edges taken off it. A lot of hard work there. Then we've got to put a little bit of fiberglass patching and resin over all the tiny little holes. Now that was a really big job, and that took nearly a full day. Then we've put 2 coats of resin on, and we've had to put a little fire underneath the boat because it's winter to heat the resin to keep it to give it a chance to go off. Then we've put a coat of 2 coats actually of anti-foul on there, a proper anti-foul that goes on aluminium boats. Then we've started to paint the outside of the boat a nice green colour. The boat is now going to be called the Green Lizard for obvious reasons. It's going to be a real standout colour on there for tinny in the water. But it's on. Oh, okay. Now we stop every so often for a beer. Now my mate Phil likes to make his own beer, and he's been making it for many, many years now. And it's a really, really good brew. So whenever we can, we stop and have a brew. Now we're doing the inside of the tinny. When I say we, Phil is doing all the work really, and he's a real expert at doing all the painting and everything like that, and he has all his own gear for spray painting and so forth. Hence, that's why it was worthwhile going all the way up to Mudgee to get the job done. And he's really been a good mate helping me with all these things. It's rather incredible. Okay, that's pretty well the tinny all done now. It's been turned over. Paint's all dry and everything like that, so she's looking pretty spick now. And what we've decided to do is put a fender all the way around the outside of the boat. Now here we've got a fireman's hose, and inside the fireman's hose we're putting a pool hose, and that's going to act as a fender all the way around the boat. And that's going to then be attached to the boat permanently. And there it is back on the trailer. The trailer's had some felt carpet put on it as well, just to protect the bottom, because it is a little bit dicey with the. Okay, so that's the end of the project there now, and yeah, it took about 3 days. Very, very cold days, and we were very, very lucky to be able to get plenty of timber from around the edges of the property to light our little fire underneath the boat to get it nice and warm, to let that epoxy go off. When we turned it over, it was full of soot and smoke and everything like that, so that all had to be washed out before we could start to do the inside of the boat as well. So that was a big job, but all done. And now, after many, many years, the boat is still running very, very nicely and looking great. Got a few little chips and rubs here and there, but yeah, very, very satisfied with the job. And thank you, Phil.